Facebook friends?
No message of cannot reach connection.
All right.
The Husker light is now green. Life is good.
Wow. Good job, Dave. Way to reboot.
Well, it's very technical. You have to find where it plugs into the side of the unit. That's not easy. And then you have to wait 30 seconds before you plug it back in. And then you hope all heck doesn't break loose.
Is that kind of what you were doing last night? You were just kind of rebooting by eating all those olives?
I don't know. I've got to go see. Well, you know, they have the new specialist, Dr. Pearson, with Click Family Healthcare. He's a specialist in that area about obesity and being able to
eating
control
healthy
yourself,
and stuff.
eating healthy. And
I would like to hear what he would have to say about a guy just sitting down and eating 2 bowls of olives.
We discussed it briefly when he was here this last time. I'll expect that maybe we can talk a little bit further about that.
Yeah.
Hey, other birthdays today?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we mentioned the birthdays locally.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper.
All right.
Is celebrating a birthday. Take a guess.
Oh, man. I don't even know where to... I'm just going to throw out 74.
My goodness, that was right on.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
The godfather of shock rock. Became known for his stage shows, fireworks, fake blood, reptiles, electric chairs, and baby dolls.
Oh. Wasn't he at Comstock Rock?
Yes.
Didn't he come to Comstock Rock?
I believe he did.
I think he did.
Clint Black. We just was talking about
you
Clint. 60 today.
All right.
Oscar de la Hoya, the boxer.
Yeah.
49.
49.
The golden boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he wasn't so gold. He was, man.
I liked Oscar de la Hoya.
He was a good.
I loved watching him box.
If he just would have stuck with his left jab in that big fight with the guy who never got beat, who made all the money.
Mayweather?
Yeah. He just would have stayed with that left hand instead of reverting. He was getting tired. If he just would have stayed with the left, I think he would have won that match. As close as anybody came. Lawrence L.T. Taylor.
Oh, yes.
63 today.
63, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I would have guessed quite that old. What a football player. A defensive menace.
He was. He was. He had some trouble with olives as well. Towards the end of his career, I think he became, couldn't control himself, but it wasn't, unfortunately, just green olives. But hopefully he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one of the plays he's most known for is the tackle of Joe Theismann.
Oh.
I remember as a kid watching, it was Monday Night Football, and I remember to this day as a kid watching that live.
Yeah.
And, oh, my.
That was awful.
It was awful. Yeah. And, but yeah, Joe Theismann was able to, I'm trying to think, did Joe Theismann ever come back and play football after that?
Good question.
I can't remember. Now I know Alex Smith, the quarterback who played for the Chiefs and then played for the Niners and then for Washington, kind of had a similar situation, and he rehabbed and came back and played, which is just amazing to me.
Well, yeah. After watching it, you wondered how they could ever put everything back together, but they do.
Yeah.
We'll take a timeout or two, and we'll go into news for you, catch up on some news. I believe, as we mentioned, Shelley will be in with Mid-Plains, and I had a nice meeting with Casey yesterday. Economic Development Group was very interesting. So there's a lot of things going on at the school, and we'll find out about that.
There you go.
So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with news right after these messages.
At Bo Bootery, we love the word clearance, and we know that you do too. Come and see us during our winter clearance going on right now. 30% savings have been marked on winter shoes, snow boots, bear paws, and fashion boots. Also save on leggings, tights, and winter socks. We have overboots and a few western boots on sale too. A few exclusions do apply. The winter clearance sale going on right now at Bo Bootery.
It's midnight. Banking time. Really? Well, yeah. I just got back from watching my son play the sport he loves 2.5 hours away. My family's asleep, and I have a little bit of quiet. Need to look at and sign our loan renewal? Done. Need to deposit a check? On it. Need to transfer some money to my daughter in college? Taken care of. Nebraska State Bank has the ability to make sure I can do my banking when it fits my schedule. So yeah, midnight is banking time. My banking time.
Nebraska State Bank, Broken Bow, Callaway, Myrna. Member FDIC.
If you are looking for the latest techniques, look no further. Team Physical Therapy has skilled therapists that are able to offer you not only manual therapy, expert exercise programs to treat your neck, back, shoulder, and knee pain, but also dry needling. Call 872-5111. Our highly trained staff are here to get you moving again and enjoy life. Call 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report. The Labor Department has just released last month's jobs report reflecting the Omicron economy. There were 467,000 positions added, up significantly from 199,000 in December. Those jobs trended up in leisure and hospitality, professional and business services, in retail trade, transportation, and warehousing. Still, Jeremy Monaco's been having a hard time hiring dishwashers and cleaning staff at his bagel store in Rhinebeck, New York.
I've been there for 26 years, and I've never even come close to having this much trouble finding people.
He hasn't bothered to advertise help wanted.
I don't even have a sign up because I would just add it to every restaurant in town. Everybody's in the same boat.
The unemployment rate rose just a little in January, 3.9% from 4% in January. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Right now, Nebraska issues new license plates every 6 years. A proposal in the Nebraska legislature would change that to every 10 years. The proposal by State Senator Suzanne Geist would also increase license plate fees from $3.50 to $5. The measure saw some pushback in a hearing on Tuesday. The Nebraska Association of County Officials testified that license plates often become too damaged to continue using after 6 years, particularly on high-profile vehicles. No action was taken on the bill by the Transportation Committee. Community leaders in Ashland say they have heard enough. Ashland city officials say they have received complaints of engine braking noise in a neighborhood located about a quarter of a mile from the intersection of two highways in town. In response, the Ashland City Council has increased the engine braking nuisance fine from $10 to $100. The president of the Nebraska Trucking Association says this is the first time he's heard of the engine brake noise issue in Ashland, but he says the information on a fine increase in that community will be posted in the association newsletter and on social media pages. An 18-year-old Lincoln woman was arrested after Lincoln police said she tried to follow two people with a steak knife. Authorities said that around 2 a.m. Wednesday morning, Valia Lewis arrived at her ex-boyfriend's apartment in the 2400 block on 56th Street. At this time, an argument had started when Lewis found her ex's new girlfriend, a 21-year-old woman, there. Officials said Lewis allegedly threatened to kill the woman and eventually forced herself into the apartment. Authorities said that there was another argument within the home, and afterwards, Lewis grabbed a steak knife over 10 inches long. She then tried to follow the two as they left the apartment. Officials said that both the man and the woman locked themselves in the man's vehicle that was parked outside. Authorities said that Lewis chased them with the knife to the vehicle and attempted to enter the locked car. Officials said the woman was in fear that Lewis would seriously harm her. Authorities said that Lewis eventually left when the man called police, but she was located shortly after. It was reported that Lewis was arrested for terroristic threats and use of a weapon to commit a felony.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where the Jacksonville Jaguars have hired Doug Peterson to be their next head coach. Peterson previously coached for 5 seasons in Philadelphia, leading the Eagles to their only Super Bowl title in 2018. 6 games in the NBA. The Hawks hand the Suns a 124-115 defeat. Phoenix's 11-game winning streak is snapped. It's just their 10th loss in 51 games this season. Trae Young led Atlanta with 43 points. Bulls lose to the Raptors 127-120 in overtime, while the Heat beat the Spurs 112-95. So Miami moves percentage points back at Chicago in the race for the top record in the Eastern Conference. Warriors won their 8th straight, beating the Kings 126-114. Clippers edged the Lakers 111-110, and the Timberwolves topped the Pistons 128-117. Top 25 college basketball. Number 7 Arizona beats number 3 UCLA 76-66. Second-ranked Gonzaga rolled over San Diego 92-62. Number 19 USC wins at Arizona State 58-53.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures climbing up into the mid-30s for today. We'll have sunny to partly cloudy conditions. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies will drop to a low of 15. Much milder for your Saturday, a high of 54 with abundant sunshine. We'll have our winds breezy turning to the west. For your Sunday, partly sunny skies, we're back to 43, but mid-50s return Monday. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
They grow up so fast, and soon enough they're off to college. But as time goes by, the cost of tuition continues to rise. You know that college is important, but the expenses may seem out of reach. Edward Jones can help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. Let's work together to help you tackle growing college expenses. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It is 9 past the hour of 8 o'clock. 17 degrees outside. We've come up from an overnight low of 5, so we're gaining. Cloud cover a little heavier now. Wind's not a factor so far today. Barometric pressure still rising at 30-33. Humidity at 70%. High temperature yesterday was 22, and it was still 22 at 5 o'clock yesterday. It dropped down to 5 overnight. Sunset today at 5:57. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:46. And again, nothing in the rain gauge, and it is very, very dry out there, so please be careful. Red flag for sure out there as far as burning goes. Before we get to our next guest to talk about taking care of kittens in a proper manner, I'd like you to know that Agland ATV in Broken Bow is closed today, and they'll be closed tomorrow for inventory. So they're getting things counted up and getting ready to tear into the remainder of the new year, and they appreciate your understanding. They'll be closed today and tomorrow at Agland ATV. And next week, they'll be back open on the regular hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturdays, 8 a.m. until noon. Brett, would you like to introduce our next guest?
I can. Shelley Apperson is in the studio with us.
Hi, Shelley.
Representing
Hello.
Mid-Plains Community College. Hello.
Hello.
You have notes with you. Is that our grocery list or is that something else?
Our grocery list is a little longer than this, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, what's happening at the college? Where do you want to start?
Well, I just want to, first of all, say our CNA class, I know Casey mentioned it when she was in last week. It starts Wednesday of next week. And so if anyone is interested in taking that, today is the day to give me a holler so we can get that registration done. Those are going to be held on Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. starting next week. It'll go through April 13th. So give me a holler if anyone is interested in taking a CNA class today, preferably. We still have a couple of spots we need to fill for that class, so it's important it gets done.
Okay.
That would be the first thing. And that is obviously a credit class, a 4-credit class worth 4 credits. So
okay.
And then to our non-credit classes that we offer, we still have some openings for our country dance class, which starts in just a few weeks, February 20th.
You need a partner. You going to be my partner, Dave? Now, see, I was thinking, I'm very serious about this.
Mm-hmm.
Paisley, who is our oldest granddaughter, loves to dance.
She does.
I was thinking, what do you think? What Paisley and me at country dance?
She would love that.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
we'll have
so.
to look. I'm serious. I'm very serious about this. So we got to talk to her mom and see if she's available.
Yeah,
because really, to be honest, there's honestly not a lot of height difference between the two of us. So,
right, it would work.
So it would still probably work. But Gary and Sandy teach this, right?
Right.
And they would be great.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
It is fun. And our community ed classes are just very non-threatening, laid back classes, and you can just have a lot of fun with them. And our minimum for them, and I think they'll go with less if we can, but we wanted 10 couples in there, and we're certainly getting really close to that. So people can sign up for that right up until it's time. So that starts February 20th, and it's 5 weeks, Sundays, from 7 to 9 p.m. It's only $15 per person.
Oh, nice.
To do that. We have some photo editing classes coming up in February 23rd. That's a Wednesday. We have one that's just a photo editing for your smartphone, actually. So really, just bring your smartphone is all you'll need. And that's from 5 to 6 p.m. on Wednesday, February 23rd. We do need a minimum of 4 people in that class. We have openings in there. And then following that class, she will also do the same concepts of photo editing, only talking about winter pictures. Specifically. So that also is a minimum of 4 people, and that's from 7 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, February 23rd.
Is that just one day?
Correct.
One day class?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, all on the same day. Then we have some Zoom classes that we Zoom from other campuses that are doing it too, so they can call and check on those. We have some coming up in February and into March and April as well. We're working still on our bread baking class, trying to put the finishing details on that. So hopefully by next week we will have that done. And then just looking ahead to the spring, you're going to, right?
I am.
You are.
I'm doing what?
You're going to do the scorekeeping 101 for baseball and softball for us.
Yes. Yeah, that's the plan. I think we're going to do that in April.
Yes, April 25th.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
April 25th.
April 25th. Yes. I better put that on my calendar if I'm teaching it.
Right, you got some time.
That's going to be extremely basic, by the way, people, if you're interested in it. Because I'm not a professional scorekeeper. But yeah, we have, I know a lot of parents, grandparents go to watch the kids play ball, and maybe you've wanted to keep score, but you're not sure of, the numbers that go with all the positions and then how you write it down in the book. So, yeah, we'll talk about that and just give you some basics to where you can follow your kids and keep score when you go to the game this summer.
Exactly. So thank you for doing that for us.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Thanks, Brent.
Yeah.
I think I was told.
What a pal.
What a pal, yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yes.
Obeying.
You bet. No, it'll be fun though. We'll have a lot of fun in it, and our plan is to show clips of games once we kind of go through just basics of scorekeeping, and then we'll play videos of games and let you keep score, and it'll be fun.
I think there's a opportunity out there to help maybe with the baseball programs, because a lot of times I know in Legion they're looking for somebody to keep score.
Right.
And they usually have someone, but once in a while they run into a pinch. So.
And I know that this will be paper based. I know that there are apps, a lot of apps out there now where you can keep score on an app, but this will be the paper scorebook and writing it down on a sheet of paper. We'll teach you how to do that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Way to be.
Thanks. But that's a good point to maybe bring up when it comes to your community ed classes. If someone has, a hobby or something that they really enjoy and they would like to teach other people on how to do it, the door is open, right?
Absolutely. Give us a call and we can talk about what we want to do and get it scheduled. And so, yes, we're always looking for ideas and people, especially people to teach. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So, we're always open to that. You can always call us. You can go online and look at our classes. We have a lot of ways you can find out information. So we're happy to offer that and hope people take advantage of it.
Good. Anything else on the college side that you wanted to touch on?
No, I don't think so. I think we got it. Just remember, CNA class Wednesday.
All right, but call today if you want to get in.
Today, please. Yes.
And you have a little room left?
We do. Okay. We do. We could use at least 2 more people.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about cats, Shelley?
I don't mind cats.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like animals okay as long as they live outside. I'm not a indoor person, so.
Well, these cats are outside, and if they, I just think you'd really enjoy our cats, and if you'd want to slip over sometime tomorrow and check their dishes, and if they get the little burgers in their eyes, Joan usually wipes those out for them. So I don't know if you're up for that or not.
Okay, like with a Q-tip or like a wipe or.
Well, she'll even just use her finger.
Oh.
But, if she has a napkin.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, well, I can do that. I've done worse things in my life. So.
Well, now you're a good neighbor.
Well,
Brent, Brent was kind of balking because he's going to be in Kearney.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I probably would have said no if I was going to be here in town.
I think you would have.
Probably.
No. Well, anything else with college? I mean, I was just telling Brent I attended a nice meeting yesterday. Casey was at. And Gail, and had talked about marketing and different things. I thought it was really interesting.
Yep.
So.
Yep. That's good. We it's really good that Broken Bow has this here, and it's I don't know if a lot of people when they come through the front door, they're like, "Wow, we've seen this building for a long time, but we've never been in it," and it's a nice building. We have a really very nice facility, and so it's been good for Broken Bow, and we want to keep it going strong. So
yeah, and I know that some of the activities in the addition, the shop part of it, kind of slowed down the last couple of years because of COVID. So hopefully we can see that be utilized a little bit more with some things. I think you guys want to do that, but it was just been difficult.
Yes,
so.
And there's a tremendous amount of room back there.
There is. Yeah.
That second shop back there is huge. Yeah. So I think that's where we're going to be doing country dance actually back there in that area.
That would work.
And it works really nice.
Yeah.
Are there windows so we could peek in and see how Brent's doing? Or can we just walk in and watch?
Yeah. I'll just go back there and take some pictures and
video.
You bet.
Here's the thing. My granddaughter may not want to have me be her partner because I don't have the most she's a little bit more in time than I am. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that would be.
She has a little bit more beat and rhythm.
Probably what will happen is she will want to take over and teach the class. So
that could be
that's
too.
That's what I see happening.
That could happen. I can understand what you're saying. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in, Shelley.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll take a time out. We'll come back with some more information, and as we mentioned, Rick Nelson will be in. And Brent's decided he wants to go to Callaway and learn about a pool party in February.
Now, is this the pool that, like, the swimming pool? Or is this like pool like you shoot pool?
No, it's a swimming pool.
Swimming pool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did bring your Speedo. It's out in the car.
Oh, Shelley, what a thought that is.
I know. You just won't leave that here.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Let that marinate in your mind for a little bit.
Oh, man. Thanks, Shelley.
Love local. As we start the new year, KCNI KBBN is giving away $25 gift cards to these area businesses and more on The Breakfast Show.
Triple Blessed Boutique, Chapin's Furniture, the Forget-Me-Not Shop in Sargent, Sargent Corner Market, the Rescue Bar in Sargent, and the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
Keep listening for your chance to win on The Breakfast Show. And remember, love local.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and navage? And should I try it? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. It's the body's air filter for trapping allergens and viruses. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nasal irrigation is an effective, all-natural way to clean your nose. It's not a drug. It's more like plumbing. Saline goes in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and germs. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. It's the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart. Or go to Navage.com for a free gift with purchase. Over 2 million sold. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
8:23. Well, first of all, Shelley, kaboom, good one.
Yeah.
Brent's Speedo's in the car, and then we have to go to the nose commercial. It's tough on a Friday.
Oh, boy, is it ever.
Wow. Wow. Well, you're heading over to Callaway.
That's what I understand.
Not far from Callaway, on the River Road. You could swing over to Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts.
Yeah.
And pick up some pastries and some coffee and whatever you like there. They're ready for you.
That sounds delicious. And we want to let you know about something special they got going on Saturday. Yvette Mannon, just one of the sweetest people you're ever going to meet, by the way, will be at Brubaker's this Saturday from 11 until 2. She's written, I believe it's a children's book called Cookie, Where Are You? And she's going to be doing a book signing of that. It's a true story about their family dog. So stop in and visit with Yvette about it. She'll sign the book, and it'll be a great time. And that'll be from 11 until 2, and that's going to be on Saturday. And while you're in there, make sure you check out their wonderful gift department. A lot of neat novelty gifts, gifts for every age. So check that out. Also, with Valentine's Day coming up, we remind you that Brubaker's carry fresh floral arrangements. So talk to them about that. Make sure you follow them on Facebook to keep up on all the latest happenings at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. They are a historic destination barista bar and gift shop right in our back door at Brubaker's Coffee House in Arnold. So head on in, especially tomorrow from 11 until 2 for the book signing, and enjoy a delicious cup of coffee, a smoothie, a breakfast burrito, delicious treats. It's just a great place. So check it out. Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5. Open Saturday, 9 to 3.
Soon it will be time.
Open earlier and staying open until 6 to better serve you at Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
Spoil your Valentine this year with 15% off store-wide and online savings at Livia's Boutique in Ansley. Save today through February 7th on men's, women's, children, and infants' clothing and accessories. They have something for everyone, including toys and games, colognes and perfumes, necklaces and bracelets. Shop now for that special Valentine on Main Street in Ansley or online at liviasboutique.com. Save 15% through Monday.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
Now it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
8:31. Rick Nelson is here in the studio from Custer Public Power. Good morning, Rick.
Well, good morning, Dave.
How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm fantastic.
Good.
Yes.
It's Friday.
It's been a long week.
We were just talking about that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. You never know when a Monday comes what's ahead for the next 5 days.
No. Well, technically I did.
You did?
Well, yeah.
You got a plan?
Well, this last week is the annual Be in Lincoln and Talk to the Senators week for the statewide. You know, that I always thanks that I always attend, and so that was this week, and yeah, it makes for a long week.
Yeah, it's a necessary thing, and I'm sure there are a lot of those visits that you enjoy very much, and then there's the lengthy meetings and that sort of thing.
Oh boy,
yeah. So, but you really, well, we were just talking about this yesterday at a meeting. We really still need to meet people face to face and talk to them, so we can really get down to the nuts and bolts of whatever the matter is. And it's very important for you to stay in touch with those
right
officials.
So one of the things that I found out. So we had a banquet on Tuesday, and so Tuesday we took some position on bills, and I brought the list with me, which we can go through all 60.
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
I should have said, we'll see.
Yeah, you do have the button, but it's interesting how some senators introduce a bill, and it's the perfect bill, and they or they think it's perfect, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, but I forgot about this.
Mm-hmm.
So Tuesday night we're talking to a senator, and and the conversation kind of went like, oh yeah, we probably should have talked before we, that kind of thing, and so that's some of the reason we do what we do is I didn't think about that, and it has this ramification or that ramification, and so the third branch of our government the second branch is actually the public. That's why every bill has a public hearing, and so some of that comes out, within those testimonies. Some of that happens beforehand, some of that happens after, but that's kind of the reason why testifiers are good on bills, because sometimes, something new comes up that somebody didn't remember, and so anyway, long story short, it was a long week.
That's the bottom line. But I think if anybody out there has been on a board of some kind, did work on guidelines or laws or new rules or whatever,
policies,
policies.
Anything.
When you change one thing, then about 4 other things have to be considered with it. It's not as simple as just saying, well, let's change this, but then wait a minute, and I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's going to affect that, and that's good or that's not so good, right?
Right. It's kind of like, I'll bring it closer to home. So aid in construction prices, it costs us so much to set a pole, the transformer, of course, is going through the roof, so, let's... and then the board says, yes, we want to be 100%, or we want to be 70%, or we want to be 80%. So we bring them the numbers, and wait,
yeah, ouch, yeah.
But we'll be having those conversations. That's kind of a sidebar deal, but that's the same thing, like, wow, that's. Although it's a good goal, that might be too much.
Yeah.
And so
what were some of the ones that you want? We would like you to highlight some of the ones that are closer to home here, as you said, or affect us here at home. Probably most of them, I guess, probably would in some way or another. But
right.
what were some of the ones you were concentrating on?
Well, let's just set the tone here. So I'll jump all the way to Bill 1100.
Okay.
That we voted to support, which has to do with appropriate federal funds for the Department of Economic Development for a feasibility study on nuclear reactors.
Oh, let me get a drink of coffee.
Again, just setting the tone. I'm just... that's a bill that we voted to support. I don't know whether it goes anywhere, but I had to bring that one up first.
I'm sure glad you did. But with that particular one or others, there's a long process to most of these. I assume a lot of them are not going to be voted on, next week, right?
Yeah. So let me touch on that a little bit. The speaker went to the body and said, because there's been a couple of filibusters happening, and a lot of eyes rolling like, oh, yeah. But the speaker went to the body and said, okay, if you do this 5 more times for 5 more bills, then we run out of time. And so this is a short session, and if you're going to filibuster just 5 more times, and there's 8 hours here, there's 6 hours, there's 4 hours, there's 2 hours, you can filibuster for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And if you do that 5 more times, and we only hear 5 more bills, then I'm adjourning because they're out of time.
Yeah.
There were 592 bills introduced this session.
592 just this session.
106 of those can become priority bills, and priority bills always get a chance. So the speaker has priority, or 10 or 20 priority bills, but each senator gets a priority bill. And that priority bill is supposed to get a chance to get out of committee, get to general file. Well, if you have 5 more filibusters,
it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, so there's 100 some bills that are priorities that aren't even going to see the light of day. So, to your point, if they continue with these shenanigans, it's going to be a long couple months yet.
Yeah,
but
you hate to. I mean, I know there's a purpose for that, but you kind of hate to hear it with all of the news we get out of D.C. of everything's stalled and they use different tools and some of those same tools in the same manner, and for the regular Joes out there, they're going, my gosh, the old saying, if you want to kill a snake, don't form a committee, kill the snake. So, but it really does have purpose, and I think other than the being there that entire time and you putting your time into that, I've always sensed that you enjoy this part of your job because it keeps you right at the point of things, so you know what's coming up.
Right. So there was a bill that we voted to oppose, and it didn't have any supporter testimony, but there was 85 people testifying in the opposition. So that's one that, you think, well, let's not bring that out of committee,
Yeah.
But, and so those 85 people who testified either in person or with letter, that's what they kind of wanted to accomplish. The other side of that is, let's say there's a bill that had 85 people that testified in the support of that bill. You'd like to think that bill gets out of committee, but if it gets out of committee and makes it to the floor and then doesn't go anywhere because somebody else is filibustering on some odd thing over here, then you're kind of letting those 85 people down for not giving it stay on the floor.
Yeah, giving it a chance.
So anyway, some of the stuff, there's Nebraska Power Review Board, so there's a lot of bills on broadband and a lot of bills on broadband mapping. If you look at the census data, some of the larger, I think larger telecom businesses will say, well, the census data covers it. If one person in Broken Bow has internet, then that census block has internet, which isn't the case.
Not true, yeah.
So there are some bills that talk about let's provide a better mapping of who actually has internet and who doesn't, who has high speed. You can have internet, but just not high speed. Well, we know that. But so hydrogen apparently is becoming a bigger deal. So I believe it's Bosselman that wanted a Nebraska hydrogen hub working group.
Can you expand on it a little bit, or did you get enough information?
Okay, well, in some technology circles, the hydrogen and a fuel cell is the next means of transportation. And so if you're a hydrogen hub, you can pull hydrogen from a lot of things. And hopefully this new hydrogen fuel cell kind of a thing isn't necessarily what you and I would refer to as an H-bomb.
Yeah, hydrogen, yeah.
But so that's it. It's the fuel cell. I think I've been talking about fuel cells for 20-some years, so I'm a little apprehensive about it, whether it actually happens. But hydrogen is supposed to be the next fuel, and there's a senator that wants to capitalize on being a hub in the Midwest of that hydrogen.
I suppose it's worth looking into. We've, as you said, heard about that, talked about it a little bit off and on over the years.
Yeah.
But to have it pop up again now is interesting. So we'll see.
Really is. Yeah. There's another senator, Callister, I think, who put it's a tax bill where you as an individual don't pay any more tax, but it's kind of like a carbon tax. So your 6% or whatever you pay on electricity is earmarked for carbon reduction. So if you personally can come up with a way to reduce your carbon footprint, then you pay less tax.
Oh.
Yeah, well, from a homeowner's perspective, it's very hard to reduce your carbon footprint because what they're going after is electricity, and you don't really have any say on your electricity unless you go off grid.
Right.
And then
get your own.
Yeah. But then you're not buying electricity, so then you're not paying the tax anyway.
Okay.
It's weird. It's not going to go anywhere, but it is kind of interesting to see the way some of these minds think.
Yeah. And it'll be real interesting on some of these to find out, who presented these ideas to the senators and got it sold.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
To them. And so that they would actually present some of those ideas. That's how it works.
So on this next bill, it's about the one call notification, and it kind of goes down that path.
Okay.
So there's an Omaha senator that's mad because somebody came in and bored in some type of utility, I think it was fiber, and broke somebody's sewer pipe, and then that company wouldn't pay for it, so now he's got a bill that you have to notify your customers when you make a one call. You have to make sure you notify all the property owners along that path. It's confusing, but we sit out here, Custer Power and just about any other power district, would have to do that. But then we sit in our meeting and think, well, yeah, we do that every time, So we're going to go in neutral on this bill, but we do it every time. So we talk to our landowners. If we're going to go out and turn something in, we make the one call. Part of that notification is, we talk to our landowners. Well, we've been doing that, all along. So it's stuff like that comes up, and
it's always interesting to watch, and I kind of get what you're talking about, and maybe this is a little bit more fine-tuned, but along the way, over the years, you see a senator introduce a bill, something kind of like that, where a broken sewer pipe, or maybe something that happened and affected them in everyday life, and so they introduce a bill of some sort to address, that one thing that happened, and it kind of goes back to what we're talking about. It isn't just going to affect one thing.
It's but.
But okay, I understand your sewer pipe broke, but
And oh, by the way, you could probably use the courts, even small claim, to
there's other ways.
And everybody else in Nebraska already does that, except for this one guy.
Well, it goes down to that, to completely reasonable and helpful legislation that will help in certain situations.
Right.
I mean, that's
so. We sat here for about 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and made fun of some of this stuff. But there's a lot of good that happens in there, and that's let's not lose sight of that.
No,
although I like to poke fun at it, there are some things that are happening that are really good. Kind of like the nuclear reactor thing.
You're really after that today. I got to have another drink of coffee on that. Well, the good news is it probably won't be happening right away, and maybe I won't be alive by the time that happens.
It's only a working group. It's not let's build 10,000 megawatts of nuclear.
But you have mentioned here on just a few times on the air that you kind of favor these small pods, or if you will, or
right.
Little ones scattered about. You still feeling good about that?
You know what? It's completely self-contained, and if Bill Gates is backing the technology, I think it's going to be pretty clean. It's totally self-contained. It's even using spent fuel. You don't have to go back into that reactor. It can be as small as a transformer in your backyard. So anyway,
I'm just feeling you out here, because I know you've been kind of mentioning that every once in a while, and I guess
I know your feeling about that.
Well,
I don't want to go down that.
If you could put that in the corner, maybe
negative,
make a little swing set alongside of it or something, and
Well, I could go down this path. That glows green, at night, and then you can tell where you're going to be swinging.
You kids stay near the light.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's fun to talk about it, and someday, who knows? I mean, technology takes you a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. So, what else you want to talk about? I don't want to lead you astray.
Well, the Youth Energy Camp. It's going to be July 18th through the 22nd. We've talked about this before. We're still taking applications if you have a sophomore, junior, or even a senior. It's a great opportunity. It's a lot of fun, and Taryn's still looking for applications on that. Grades 9 through 11. It's at the Halsey 4-H camp. It's usually pretty well attended, anywhere from 70 to 100 kids, and so it's not a small venture, and you get these kids come in from all over Nebraska, so it's not just Custer Power, but it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of things happening with it. So
they just get a hold of Taryn to find out more?
Get a hold of Taryn.
Okay.
Yep. It's a free trip. Custer foots the bill. And then they have an opportunity to win a trip to D.C. the following year, which is really
talked about
cool.
last time. That's an experience that is worth a lot. So yeah.
We talked about this last time. If you, particularly on Stockwell's, but any other service, if that's changed hands, if there's a new name on that, by all means, get that in as soon as possible. April did send out a letter and got a lot of responses. I want to thank everybody for all those responses. It helps us ahead of time. It may seem like I'm hounding you, but if we can get it into the right name now, it's a whole lot easier than trying to wade back through the information to get it changed later. So she's getting a tremendous response on that letter, and just keep calling her. She's been out a couple of days this week down meetings with me in Lincoln, so she's getting back into the groove, and they'll be making those changes. I know everybody up front, I think, can handle that. So just keep calling in and make sure that we have everything up to date.
Okay, and help everybody on that. That sounds like it needs a cooperative effort to make it a little less complicated. Yeah.
So did I hear that Brent was going to be wearing a Speedo today? Is that?
Well, his lovely wife Shelley said there was one out in the car. But see, just the visual of that just doesn't.
Well, I'm trying very hard not to paint that picture in my head.
Because if he's wearing a Speedo in Callaway this morning to the pool party, I think that might be the last remote we'll be doing over there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
They have a good fundraiser going on over there this weekend. Yeah,
that's good.
I wanted to ask you, we kind of concluded the show last time. We have a little bit more time.
Yep.
If you don't mind, especially with everything that's in the news right now, with Russia and Ukraine and all of this cyber activity that's been going on. And I've been thinking about your final comments the other day when you mentioned how many attacks a day there are on our electric grid.
Right.
It's kind of been bothering me because I think a lot of people think, well, if some outside enemy of our country or some terrorist group or whatever, or unfortunately domestic terrorist group, there's all kinds, you first think, well, they would go and physically try to do harm to a big transfer station or a big part of the grid.
Right.
But when you said that the other day, I'm thinking, well, they got a couple different ways to interrupt our service. And I know, I can't imagine the amount of dollars that are spent locally and regionally and nationally on trying to monitor that.
Yeah, so just from a local perspective and just my email alone, there's anywhere from 60 to 100 emails that gets blocked daily that I get a report on. About 60 to 70% of those come from a non-United States origin. And so it's even in the local level, we're getting attacked, and we are trying to do what we can to block those and to protect the assets that we have. But you're exactly correct. Custer gets those attacks, and we need to guard against that as much as anybody else does.
Mm-hmm.
And so, from an electric perspective, from a John Deere tractor perspective, from just about anything out there can be disruptive.
Yep.
And there's countries, there's people sitting in the basement right now.
Yeah.
Just pinging away.
Yeah.
And they keep finding new ways to do that. And so we're doing what we can. We had a great presentation at the statewide meeting, and so had the FBI come in and talk a little bit about cybersecurity, a little bit about ransomware. So I don't want to say a whole lot more.
No, I understand.
Because I don't want to
give any tips.
Give that and give the appearance that we're foolproof, because we're not.
Yeah.
And so once I do that, then
that's when. Yeah. Well, I just think it's fascinating.
I can get you.
Yeah. I think it's fascinating and a little unsettling, but I understand that what I appreciate is that you are taking it as seriously here in the middle of Nebraska as somebody in larger metro places or on the east or west coast or north or south.
Right.
Because it doesn't really matter to them exactly who they bring down, just as long as they get to bring somebody down, right?
Right. So a funny little opener that Travis did yesterday, and it's hilarious. So we're all in Lincoln, and the question was, well, how many locked your car when you pulled into the parking spot here in Lincoln? And so everybody raised their hand. And we're from, Palisades, McCook, Cedar Knox, O'Neill. So we're from all over.
Yeah.
And then he said, so how many people lock their car at home? And about half of them raised their hand. And I don't mean to steal this from Travis, because it's his little fun little deal, but with your phone, it doesn't matter whether you're sitting in Broken Bow or Lincoln. There's like 7 billion people that can get to your phone or get to your laptop or get to your email or get to all you got to do. So it's the same thing. Don't feel comfortable sitting in your house and playing on your phone, searching or Googling or something or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's the same people looking at you while you're sitting at home as if you were at the Embassy Suites in Lincoln.
Yep. Doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Good point. And that's a fairly good comparison as well. We go to larger places, we lock our car, we are home.
Right.
We may not do that.
Well, yeah. Why do you do that? Well, because you have the perception that it's more secure.
Yeah. Well,
don't get that perception just because you're sitting in your office in Broken Bow.
And you use that same philosophy for protecting what you have here, the service you provide. And just to conclude, every time you start thinking, I guess when you made those comments, I started thinking, well, what would it be like to be down with no power for a month?
Yeah.
Things would get pretty hairy. I mean, it would get pretty serious as to what could happen without the power we use nowadays. I mean, the technology that we rely on is going nowhere after a little while with no power.
That's right.
And we're doing everything from our checking accounts to,
go back a year ago, which was not a cyber attack, but it was a loading weather attack, you might say, where it got frigid and it got cold all the way into Texas. And so what happened there was the operators following their guidelines and following their rules and following their procedures. That's why we had some rolling blackouts, was to keep that system afloat. A cyber attack can do the same thing.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't have done that, then it would have been weeks or a month before we would have got the power back on.
Yeah.
Because once that system collapses, it'll go down from the Canadian border all the way to the Gulf of Mexico.
Like dominoes.
Boom.
Yeah.
And it happens pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, it was just kind of a little tester, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird to say you're going to be experiencing some, rolling blackouts.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've totally upset everyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's worth. I think it's very important for us to realize when we turn that switch on, what all goes into it. The lines, the poles, the linemen, the office people, the software that you use to protect that energy.
Yep.
It's vast.
It's fast. It's a simple sine wave, and it's got to be at 60 hertz. So 60 times a second, it's got to go up and down.
Do its job.
And any fluctuation between 59.8 and 60.02 is bad.
Yes. Yeah, it could be worse than just the refrigerator compressor going out.
Yeah.
Rick, it's always a pleasure. Thanks a lot. It's been interesting.
Great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.
You betcha.
All right.
Thanks,
Nelson with Custer Public Power. We'll take a quick time out and then go to news.
Ansley Lumber and Supply in Ansley is your go-to destination for all of your building needs. Need new siding? Well, they offer top-of-the-line products from James Hardie and LP Smart Siding. After you get your new siding, take a look at their premium decking from TimberTech or Armadillo. Ansley Lumber and Supply has a great selection of metal for buildings. Don't forget about those shingles. They offer GAF shingles to protect those new buildings. To top it all off, check out their line of Therma-Tru doors to keep the environment outside. Give Ansley Lumber and Supply a call for your next project or stop in downtown Ansley.
No matter what you drive, you need to depend on it, and that all depends on good maintenance. Good thing WinQuest Napa Filter Sale is February 1st through the 11th. Stop in and stock up on quality Napa oil, air, fuel, cabin, and hydraulic filters. And take care of the ride that takes care of you. No matter what you drive, we've got you covered. Grab your list and come to WinQuest Napa Filter Sale, February 1st through the 11th. WinQuest Incorporated, proudly serving you since 1925. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Save on winter decor during winter at the Secret Garden outside of Myrna. Winter decor is marked between 35 and 50% off, and home decor is 30% off. Antiques are 20% off too. Open Friday 11:30 until 4:30 and Saturday from 8:30 until 4:30. The Secret Garden. Psalm 80, verse 19. Restore us, O Lord God of hosts. Let your face shine that we may be saved. 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. The Secret Garden.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report.
That's a lot of jobs.
Moody's economist Mark Zandi reacting to last hour's report from the Labor Department shows employers added a whopping 467,000 positions, even as the newest COVID variant surged.
I thought Omicron, which pushed millions of people out of work, would ding the job numbers. We'd see a weak number, but no, we got a solid number, almost 500K, which is about the average monthly job gain over the past year.
The growth, broad-based. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Employment in leisure and hospitality was up by 151,000. This surprised a lot of people. Professional and business services added 86,000. Retail trade rose by 61,000.
By Morgan Stanley's estimates, nearly 9 million workers called out sick in January with Omicron. They're still counted among the employed. Jobless rate up a touch in January to 4%. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
Late Thursday night, the Jacksonville Jaguars hired Doug Peterson as their new head coach. Peterson previously coached the Philadelphia Eagles for 5 seasons from 2016 through 2020, leading the Eagles to their only Super Bowl title in franchise history after the 2017 campaign. Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh has told the Detroit Free Press that his recent job interview with the Minnesota Vikings was the last time he will consider an NFL head coaching job. In the NBA on Thursday night, the Golden State Warriors won their 8th in a row, defeating the Sacramento Kings 126-114 as Klay Thompson hit 7 3-pointers. Earlier Thursday night, the Atlanta Hawks ended the Phoenix Suns' 11-game winning streak 124-115. Trae Young scored 43 and hit 6 3-pointers.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures climbing up into the mid-30s for today. We'll have sunny to partly cloudy conditions. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies will drop to a low of 15. Much milder for your Saturday, a high of 54 with abundant sunshine. We'll have our winds breezy turning to the west. For your Sunday, partly sunny skies, we're back to 43, but mid-50s return Monday. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, has the offerings you're looking for this winter to prepare for next year. As you know, every season brings new focuses. Here are theirs right now. Specials on driveline conversions, sprinkler packages, and winter maintenance specials to name a few. If you've worked with Custer Electric and Irrigation in the past, you know that they want to get you taken care of the right way at the best price possible. They encourage you to get the work you need done scheduled as soon as possible because prices are rapidly increasing for a lot of supplies. Plus, that schedule book can only get so full. Don't forget licensed electrical work you might need done too on ag, commercial, and residential applications. Ask for a free quote. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Broken Bow, serving the whole area with electrical, agricultural, and commercial services. Call today at 872-7786. Follow them on Facebook or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
Currently 20 degrees outside. We'll call it partly sunny. It's kind of borderline between partly sunny and partly cloudy, so we'll kind of leave it up to you. How's that? You're listening to KCNI KBBN Radio on Broken Bow. We're going to Callaway in 60 seconds. Brent Apperson is on the mic with guests to find out about the pool party coming up tomorrow.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression of you or your business online. Negative comments on the internet can impact your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client, news article, legal issue, or even exposed personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with reputationdefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation report card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-401-6681. Our cutting-edge technology helps make your Google search results look their best. Call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681. 800-401-6681. Or take the free scan at reputationdefender.com.
All right, Twisting by the Pool fundraiser put on through the Callaway Community Foundation. With more, here's Brent Apperson.
All right, thank you, Dave. Welcome, everybody, to Callaway, Nebraska, as we are at Henry's. What a great, I think this is the first time I've been here since you've redone the place, and it is wonderful. So thanks for hosting us today. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Twisting by the Pool in February.
Right.
Wow. Hi, Liana Rupek. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for joining us this morning. Callaway Community Foundation Fund presenting Twisting by the Pool. Maybe a good place to start is, how did this idea and event come about?
Well, we have several years ago had been doing the Boots, Bids, and Barbecue. And we did the same live auction, that kind of thing, silent auction, and a meal. And we've had a few years off. Of course, COVID has, done that to a lot of events. So when we started to do this, part of it is because, we have different projects that we're working on throughout the community. One of them, may be the pool as we move forward. But also more so just because, it's cold in the winter doldrums kind of, and it just sounded like something fun to change it up a little bit. So we just came up with the pool party, and you can still come out and donate to anything that you might like, bid on stuff that we have. I know the other members are going to talk about that. So,
okay. Yeah. Now, they're not going to fill up the Callaway pool, though, for the night. Is that correct? You're not having it at the Callaway pool?
We are not.
Okay,
no.
just double checking.
Yes, no,
okay.
The community center.
Community center
yes.
will be the place. All right.
Yeah, fun decorations, just make it feel like a summer event. And, yeah, we hope a lot of people come out and join us.
So how do people get involved? Or is it a pre-sale of tickets? Can you just show up the night of? And
pre-sale is ideal.
Okay.
You can reach out to several of us. Just let one of us know that you'd like those tickets, and we'll mark you down. You can pay when you come that evening or at the end of the night if you're checking out with the other things that you're going to bid on. But you could come in that evening as well. We just like to have a count, if possible, for the catering and that kind of thing.
Sure.
But we're planning on 200 people and got lots of space, and look forward to seeing everyone.
Well, you have a great facility in the community center.
We do, and that's actually how the foundation got started in the beginning, was when we were working on building the new community center after the fire and the other one and stuff. So I've been on the board, 10 years-ish, I think. So, several different things in the community that we've done. And we just look forward to continuing that. And we're reaching out to, alumni this year. And, of course, we've sent out flyers to the local area. We always have great, what's the word I'm looking for, participation from, like, the Oconto community and the Arnold community. And I think we're just really supportive of Callaway. So,
well, that's what we love when we go out to our area community. Well, every community in Custer County.
Right.
The way that people get behind projects and the way that you work together to make things better for the community, and that's kind of what the Community Foundation is about.
It is.
Right?
Yep. Yeah. We have focused on little things, big projects. So we like to involve the school. So we'll have kids coming up that'll help serve the meal that evening. So be looking for flamingos and lays and beach balls and all sorts of things. Yeah.
So if it's twisting by the pool, what is the attire? Are people to show up in swimsuits or what?
No. Oh. We hope not. Actually, you can come in whatever you want. Just bring your wallet. So we're good.
There you go. Yeah. Be ready to support the Community Foundation. That's fantastic. Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
on the foundation, so I'm sure people appreciate the years you put in.
Nice to be able to support the community that's raising my kids and doing all those things when we've lived here our whole lives.
All right.
So.
And this is February 12th.
12th, that's right, Saturday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Well, we will encourage people to be here.
Okay, sounds good.
Right. Thanks, Leanna.
Thanks, Brent.
All right. Mike Reif is is it Reif or Reef?
It's Reif.
I love giving you a hard time. Mike, good to see you. How you been?
You as well. I've been well.
Well, how have you gotten involved in the Community Foundation?
Well, my wife was on the board for a number of years, and I took her spot this year. Mm-hmm. She had some other obligations come up with 4-H and some other things, so I said, well, I'll take your spot because I've been, we've lived here for, I think close to 10 years now, and
mm-hmm.
I've always been a little bit involved. I like to be involved in things and help out, and I've always kind of assisted with this, so I said, well, I'll jump on board and give them a hand.
Yeah. Well, I know that it takes a lot of people to put on an event, and that's what this is. This is an event.
Absolutely.
And so I'm sure that you're appreciative of everybody who's supported it, whether it's donating an auction item or whatever. It takes a lot of people to put something like this on.
It takes a village, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, and people have been great. Leanna talked about the kids, the National Honor Society kids helping serve, and the art club at the school has been involved with some decorating of a special contest item that we're going to have. And yeah, people have been. We've got, I think when we counted up the silent and the live auction items, that we are over probably close to 120 total items, and they're very wide ranging, from household things to events, excursion type of things, to agriculture, of course, related items. So it's going to be, speaking to a couple of them, we've got like a Tri-City Storm package. We've got a number of Husker football and volleyball packages. We've got some artwork that was drawn up, one by Muriel Klingbeil. We've also got some model airplanes nearly ready to fly. There's some, I think, will be very unique items. We've got a couple of golf packages from Dismal River that'll be on. So it's across the board, something for everybody, and something like I said, something for stuff for agriculture, stuff for the family, whatever you want to have. We've got. It's definitely going to be there, and we do appreciate all the donors that have contributed.
Yeah. I'm guessing if people are listening to us this morning and they're like, oh, you know what, I've got something going on February 12th. I'm not going to be able to make it there. I assume they can make a donation, right? If they want to, if they can't be at the event.
Absolutely. I think people are always wanting to know how they can help. And obviously, this is a single date and time, and everybody's got it busy and things going on. But yeah, certainly, because there are a number of projects that the foundation assists with. Leanna mentioned that there's a possible pool replacement project with the village. Callaway is in an active project to add an assisted living center, and then there are just general things that people apply to have grant applications into the foundation for various projects.
Wonderful.
And I would just mention if the easiest place to go is to Facebook for information.
Okay.
We've posted a lot of pictures about things that have been donated, and there's contact information, and flyers went out. So Facebook page is the Callaway Community Foundation Fund page if people are looking for that. And among Arnold, O'Connell, and Callaway, people would have received the flyer.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Mike, that you wanted to touch on?
Probably the schedule would be the one thing. So tickets are $25 a person, and people can reserve an entire table of 8 for $200. We have probably less than 10 tables available to reserve at this point. I think we're right about that, yeah. And people can just show up. The schedule is social hour from 6 to 7. Dinner will start at 7, or supper will start at 7. And then the silent auction will start when all the items for the silent auction will be available to bid on when people arrive.
Okay.
And then there will probably be 3 to 4 tables that we will end them at certain intervals.
Mm-hmm.
And our auctioneer is Greg Johnson from O'Connell, and he will start in about 7:45.
Okay.
And the event will run until the auctions are done, and then we'll be open for a little bit after that.
All right. So silent auction, live auction, and as you have mentioned, a lot of different types of items that will meet about every walk of life to come in and bid on.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Mike?
No, trying to avoid dead air here.
Okay, all right. We'll hand the mic off to Christy, Carla. Which one wants to come next?
And we appreciate you guys coming down and helping us get the word out. So next Saturday, 6 o'clock,
all right,
Community Center.
February 12th. Sounds good. Carla, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Perfect.
Well, first off, congratulations on the event itself. I know we're not there yet, but I think congratulations are still in order for just the idea of the event and the opportunity to get together and raise money for such a great cause.
We're excited. It's been a lot in planning, but it's going to be fun. We're excited to have everybody get out about. I think people are ready to do some activities. Yeah. So it's time, and so we welcome everybody to come and join us.
Yeah, and I know we've had kind of an interesting winter as far as weather is concerned. It's warm and then it's cold, but the bottom line is it is February.
Correct.
So to do something like twisting by the pool, I think that's just a fun idea, especially in the wintertime.
I think so. It's going to be different than what people have done, what we've done in the past, but I think we've got some great activities planned, and think warm. It's February.
Yes.
Even though it has been warm at times, it's been cold the past couple days, so
Yes.
we got to think warm.
Yeah. Carla, what is it that you would like to visit about as far as the day, the activity, or even the foundation is concerned?
Well, we've done a lot of grants in the past. We've talked about the assisted living, we've talked about a possible pool project, but we've also done a lot of smaller projects as well. We've granted money to the new ambulance that we have in town, the new fire truck in town. We've done some granted money for improvements at the cemetery, at the museum, at the school. We've done a lot of different projects, smaller projects, but we're out and about doing small things. People don't always see what we're doing, but we are involved with the community and giving out grant money, and we enjoy doing that. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know that we do a lot of work with the Custer County Foundation, but sometimes I think we forget that so many of our communities have foundations right within their community, and you guys are a good example of that.
Right. Callaway has always had a history of giving back to within their community, and it's important to do that, and we like doing the projects that we do.
Yeah, and things are always needed in the
Exactly.
community, right? And things are always needing to be updated, or things are always needing to be replaced or fixed, so that the community can continue on a strong ground, right?
Exactly. It takes all those little things to build up your community. Some things you don't always think about and see, but other people do, and they need those funds. So we try and help out where we can.
Yeah. So, folks, that's what you're supporting right there.
Exactly.
When you come on February the 12th. So we'll encourage people to do that. Anything else, Carla, that you wanted to mention in regards to the event or foundation?
So.
Okay.
I don't think so. Just come out. We welcome you. We'll be excited to have you, and we've got some great items, and we do a lot of great things within the community with that money. So, yeah.
All right. Great. Well, great to visit with you, and thanks for stopping by this morning.
Thanks for coming out.
All right. Christy Pitkin, are you ready? All right, here she comes. Well, this is great. Again, folks, this is all happening on February the 12th. Callaway Community Foundation Fund presenting Twisting by the Pool, and Christy Pitkin joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Great to be here to talk about this wonderful event, and I know we've covered a lot of aspects of it up to this point, but I'm sure that being a part of the foundation, everything, you're very excited about not just the event itself, but, well, kind of what Carla talked about and what already has been done through the foundation.
Yeah, we've always had an active foundation, and it plays a big part in those little projects that people need a little bit of help to get over the hump. And so, Carla mentioned a lot of them. Another entity that we've helped quite a bit is the Callaway Good Life Center, and we feel so fortunate to have it in town. And it does take a community. And actually, it takes more than a community, because we had great gifts from Broken Bow, Arnold on the Valley. We just have had a lot of people that have stepped up to the plate. One of the things I want to do is thank you guys, because you gave us a great advertising package for your show's support. So we do so appreciate that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about just a little bit is we are using all local people this year. So our catering will come from Shotgun Annie's. Jenny, Mrs. Robinson, is doing our appetizers and our desserts. Henry is doing the bar. And so we feel fortunate that we have all those entities in town that we can call upon and say, hey, will you help us out? Another thing that I want to talk about a little bit is if you're a person that maybe has some unusual things, or you've been wanting to donate to the foundation but you don't feel like you have the cash, maybe you're an agricultural person and you sell your grain or you sell your cattle, there are ways to make donations to the foundation, and they don't have to be cash donations. If you have some antiques that maybe the kids don't want them and you're ready to get them out of your house, come and talk to us about it, because there is a tax advantage for you And then the fact that we would get that donation is great for us. So the other thing is we asked some of our grant recipients to help with our decorations. So they were given pink flamingos and told to do whatever they wanted to. And I've seen some of them, and they are awesome. And we will be raffling those off.
Okay.
So if you have a place in your yard that you think that you'd like to have a pink flamingo, I encourage you.
Well, you know, Christy, I'm so glad you bring this up, because I don't know if I've got a place in my yard, but I have a neighbor right across the street that I think a pink flamingo would look fabulous right in his front yard. And you know what? I want to be a good neighbor. I want to show support for the neighborhood. I could kind of like to give him one of those.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not one to hold grudges.
Yeah.
But Dave Burney did have me married to the wrong person. And, you know, I'm thinking, and plus, I had to help him at the fair one year, and he wasn't doing his job of handing out the ice cream bars.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that pink flamingo might be just right. Maybe in front of the radio station.
Maybe. Yeah, just
there
right there as people walk in. That's great. Well, I think people are getting the idea. It's going to be a fun night.
It is going to be a fun night.
It's for a great cause, and what a better combination. You support a great cause and a great entity while having a good time. That's a pretty good combination.
That's exactly right.
Auction items. I know this is still a week away. It's on February 12th. Are you guys still taking auction items, or you're done with that? Or those are all set?
Yeah, we have to print off a booklet in order for people to look at that, and so we appreciate it, but we've closed the door on the auction items. So, and we also feel like you can't get enough advertisement out at the end, so it's better to advertise so people know what we have.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
sounds good. Have we kind of covered everything in regards to the event? I guess if you're just joining us, by the way, we're talking about Twisting by the Pool, a fundraising event being sponsored by the Callaway Community Foundation. It's on February 12th. It'll be at the Callaway Community Center. Tickets are available now. Yeah,
they are.
Right?
And if they want to call my cell phone number is 308-870-1902, and they can contact me, or I have a landline, and they can contact me on the landline too.
All right.
So, okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so very much.
Henry, you want to visit for just a couple of minutes? We're at Henry's, by the way. Henry's Bar, Callaway, Nebraska. Hey, thanks for hosting us today.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out.
How did Graham Nancaro go for you?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
He was great. Yeah, he was great. We had a packed house. He loved it. He ended up staying the night.
Oh,
he was
great.
supposed to get back on the road.
Uh-huh.
On his tour, I think he broke down in Arizona.
Oh.
So then he flew to California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was great that he was back here. Of course, I know that, we talked to him on the radio when he was going to be here for the Pioneer Picnic, I think it was, and then he came back just recently. And if you're not familiar with Graham Nancaro, he's a wonderful musician and musical artist, and plays on the Strip in Nashville, and great talent.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
we have him booked for Pioneer Picnic this year with
Wonderful.
his band. So
I have a feeling maybe he's starting to feel like he's getting to be part of the community.
yeah,
Is that
he
right?
is. He loves it out here.
Yeah.
He really does.
Well, I think you're going to be involved a little bit, right, at Twistin' by the Pool?
Yes, I just got involved with the foundation, so I'm now a member.
Good.
Haven't done anything yet. I just got voted on. But I'm really excited to just jump in and be part of the community and help out in any way we can. I donated all the airplanes that used to hang at Hangar 22.
Uh-huh.
We didn't tell him that he's on there until he dies.
Oh, you just got told it's a lifelong commitment.
Okay.
There you go, Henry. Well, that's great, and I know it's going to be a fun night for everybody. How have things been going for you? Looks like
Great.
things are going well
Yeah,
here
things are
for
going
you in
great.
Callaway,
Yeah.
Nebraska.
I think we love it here, so we're really growing, and seems like the place to be out here now in Custer County.
Yeah. How long have you been here now?
So we just celebrated 1 year of purchasing Hangar 22. Next month we'll have our 1 year anniversary as Henry's.
Uh-huh.
So almost a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Well, it's great to have you here, and I know they love having you on the foundation now.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Anything else you want to mention about Henry's or anything you got going on?
We do have karaoke on Saturday.
Oh,
so
karaoke!
Come out for karaoke.
Right. Do you you don't have to be a good singer to
no,
sing
you
karaoke,
don't.
do
No,
you? Okay.
No, you don't.
And if you're if you don't quite have the nerve to sing karaoke, hang out at Henry's for a while, and then you'll finally get the nerve.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yep.
That's great.
We are offering a new drink that we're going to introduce at the foundation. It's called the Callaway Sunrise.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Now, is that as far as you're going to go?
That's as far as we're going to go.
Okay. So you got to come out, come out to Twistin' by the pool and try it.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good. Anything else anybody want to mention? Have we kind of covered everything? We're good. Henry, anything else you want to add?
I'm good.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us here. We appreciate it. All right, there you go, folks. Twistin' by the pool. It's coming up on February the 12th. Callaway Community Foundation Fund, and come out and support them and all of their great efforts, and have a good time, too. Get your tickets now. It's coming up on February the 12th. Dave, back to you.
Thanks, Brent. Great remote. Good people in Callaway. Always fun to listen to them promote what they have there to offer in the Seven Valleys, and they're going to have a good time. You can, too, if you take it in. You know, it's Valentine's weekend. Why not take in the Twistin' by the pool and have some fun with your Valentine? We'll be back in 60 seconds.
If money talks, this year's cashback dividend from Farm Credit Services of America has a lot to say. We've shared earnings for 18 consecutive years, and this year's payout is a full 1% of each customer's eligible financing. 1%. That adds up to more than $296 million shared this year, and $2.6 billion since 2004. That's the power of ownership. Terms apply. Visit FCSAmerica.com for details.
9:31, you're listening to KCNI KBBN Radio, Broken Bow, Nebraska, center of Custer County, surrounded by great communities such as Callaway that was being visited today. So appreciate it. All right, right here in Broken Bow, we have a Pizza Hut. It's been around a long time. I think it's probably one of the very first franchise restaurants in Broken Bow, and they have done really well. They are having some difficulties right now with labor, and they're not the only ones. So they've had to change some things up here. So the Pizza Hut has not been able to open for lunches this week, but starting at 5 p.m. today, they'll be opening for the evening and go good through the weekend. So they'll be there for you. Unfortunately, the dining room is still temporarily closed. They're looking for employees in almost all positions. So stop in and talk to Chantel about a great opportunity to earn some extra cash and help them get their dining room back open. Check out the great offers going on now at pizzahut.com and order online or call 872-6472. That's the number to call. Tom Petty, the last DJ, right here on KBBN and KCNI Radio. And yes, this is live. Your voice right now that you're hearing is live. It's really me. I'm not kidding you. It's real. And we're going to say what we want to say right now. Are you ready? All right. We're very, very, how do I want to put this? We're very, very involved with trying to help people out there who need help. And we have these wonderful communities and people all over our listening area that make it happen. And we try to promote it as best we can. And yesterday, we were talking about Maddie's Miracles, which is coming up this Saturday, February 5th. And this is a benefit to welcome home Madison Dotson and family. Madison was in an awful accident some time ago now, and I believe Jody Sell Gross said that she's had 10 surgeries since the accident and may have to have a couple more. They're hoping not, but certainly rehab and still a road ahead of determination and hard work. So this benefit's important, and it is on Saturday, February 5th at the Arcadia Public School from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m., and it's going to be really fun. They're going to have 3 cabaret sets by professional performers at 5:30, 6:15, and 7 p.m. They're going to have walking tacos available, a popcorn bar, and they're going to have silent auction items and live auction that will take place. So it's an evening of enjoyment and fellowship for the whole family. Most importantly, all the proceeds will go towards medical rehab and traveling expenses for Maddie and her family. Now, if you look at Facebook, you'll find the information on Maddie's Miracles, and you can also call some folks who are on the page here on the flyer if you have any questions. One thing that they will do, I know, in the auction is they will take auctions on the phone, auction bids on the phone to Don's number, which is 308-219-0312. That's 308-219-0312. But they would ask that you text your bids, if you would, and they'll go back and forth with you that way because they don't want to get it all congested to where they can't get your bids in. And hopefully it will be a problem. That would be a good problem to have, and I think it will be because the hearts are open to Madison Dotson and family, and it's going to be a great time in Arcadia tomorrow night at the Arcadia Public School. And again, you can call Dawn at 308-219-0312 if you have any questions or if you'd like to make a donation and you can't be there. Jody Sell Grove also, her number is 308-202-0025. And you can call Alex at 308-202-0459 or Becky at 308-215-0582. Any of those folks will help you make your donation, and they'll also take those donations via phone, via mail, however you can get it to them. Send it over with somebody. They'll get it to the right spot. Also, I want to talk a little bit about the Forget-Me-Not shop today. They are our Love Local promotion of the day. And before we close the show today, we're going to be giving away a $25 gift card to Forget-Me-Not shop right here in Custer County. And we'll be talking and giving you some ideas about how you can travel to Sargent and have yourself a great time at Forget-Me-Not in Sargent, Nebraska. So be sure and listen. We're going to give away a $25 gift card a little bit later on this morning. Also want to remind you of a job opening or two that's available. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler teacher here in Broken Bow. This is a full-time position with a starting wage of $15 to $16.50 per hour, depending on qualifications, and benefits including health, dental, life, and vision insurance. Flexible 4-day working schedule, 11 paid holidays. They pay for your birthday off, and it's an employer-matched retirement available up to 3%. For qualifications, you need to have a Child Development Associate certificate. They prefer AA or BA in early childhood. a valid Nebraska driver's license, and a working phone. Previous experience working with infants is certainly a factor as well, especially from 0 to 3 years of age. General duties, primary care, lesson planning for infants and toddlers, conduct parent meetings, and complete various reports. If you need an application, go to CNCAP and call them at 308-745-0780, extension 0, or apply online at centralnebraskacap.com. This position will remain open until filled. They are an equal opportunity employer. And this job is also posted on sandhillsexpress.com. So if you miss some of the information, you can get it there as well. Good to have you aboard. Got a few more things to do, and we're going to have the grand finale with a giveaway for the Forget-Me-Not shop today, so keep it right here to KCNI KBBN. Here's John Prine. John Prine, Souvenirs. We still miss John, but his music stays with us. All right, let's talk a little bit about Prairie Grounds Cafe here in Broken Bow at 933 Southeast Street. That's right on the highway, right across from the Arrow Mini Mall. And February featured drinks: cherry mocha, nuts and berry steamer, raspberry hazelnut, French vanilla hot chocolate available, and the Snuggle Chai, which is vanilla chai and caramel. They also, of course, Valentine's month, having Passionate Fruit Latte and Cherry Lime Italian Soda. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. until 2 p.m., and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. And don't forget that the Prairie Grounds Cafe in Broken Bow offer lunch specials as well, and they're delicious and unique. You won't find anything quite like it anywhere else other than Prairie Grounds Cafe. They'd love to have you stop in and check out their lunch specials and take advantage of their February featured drinks in kind of honor of Valentine's. Let's go back over to Callaway and talk about Shotgun Annie's in Callaway. They will be closed today, February 4th. Sorry for the inconvenience, but keep them in mind when celebrating Valentine's Day. Candace will be serving prime rib on Friday, February 11th and Saturday, February 12th. Celebrate over the weekend as they're closed Monday, Valentine's Day. So they'll be ready for you during that period of time. They're also going to be ready for the Super Bowl. They're having a Super Bowl Sunday buffet during the Super Bowl Sunday on February 13th. $12.95 for the buffet, with a portion of the proceeds going to the Sandhills Cancer Fund. And a reminder again, they are closed today at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway, Nebraska. But they're getting ready for some more holiday activity, a Super Bowl, and you can stop in anytime and enjoy the wonderful food they have at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway, Nebraska. Now, I want to remind you, too, of a place that is just fun to go to, the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow. Now, my wife was talking to Stan the other day, and every time she says, I talked to Stan, I saw Stan and I talked to him, I always am curious as to what they discussed. And it can sometimes be about cats and chickens all the way to very deep subjects. But the nice thing about Stan, it's always fun to get his view on it, and he likes to hear yours, and he just likes to have a good, friendly conversation, just like all of his staff at the Whiskey Barrel. They're great people, and they offer free ice with purchase. And remember, when you purchase the beer at the Whiskey Barrel, when you put it in your cooler with ice, you're actually warming it up, because they are on the edge of freezing with their beers in the coolers there. And they take great pride in that. Enjoy a conversation, a wide selection of your favorite beverages, and just have a nice time with the folks at the Whiskey Barrel. They are open 7 days a week. And if they have something if you're looking for something they don't have, they'll try to get it for you. And you'll find the shelves well stocked. And most importantly, Stan wants you to know, don't worry about spending too much as compared to other places. He watches his competition closely. He puts a fair price on the product, and he doesn't run glitzy specials. He just gives you everyday fair prices at the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow, Nebraska. In Broken Bow at 416 South 1st Avenue. That's a ways off, but right now they're collecting items for the silent auction. And if you'd like to donate, get a hold of Sheila Clark at 308-870-3609. All the proceeds will be going to help Max and Christy with medical costs and lost wages. And that's coming up again on the 27th of February. Now, let's move over and talk about Forget-Me-Not Shop in Sargent. Today's gift card is Forget-Me-Not Shop in Sargent, Nebraska. Celebrate Valentine's Day with the Forget-Me-Not Shop in Sargent with Jackie. Jackie will take Valentine's deliveries on Monday and will have a full cooler with cash and carry arrangements ready for pickup. Forget-Me-Not Shop will be open on Sunday after 1 p.m., so the gifts can be picked up or to take your order for the upcoming holiday. Valentine's gifts are galore at Forget-Me-Not Shop. Valentine tins, candy bouquets, baker's chocolates, fun snack boxes, which include snacks such as chips, Powerade, jerky, pretzels, pop, and more. They also have Valentine's Day cards, stuffed bears, and heart gnomes, wooden decor signs, houseplants, and more. Make sure to stop in and check out all the Forget-Me-Not Shop has to offer for Valentine's Day. They're open 10 until 5:15 Monday through Friday and open Sunday, February 13th after 1 p.m. on the Main Street in Sargent. And Jackie is one of the best. She's just a good person, and she has pulled out all the stops to make sure that you're going to be getting something nice for your Valentine. And we'll get you a head start here with the $25 gift card. Now, I'm just going to take calls during this commercial. 60-second break at 872-2801. I'll be taking the last caller just before the end of the commercial, and you will be the winner. So start calling.
Are you a farmer or rancher in the U.S. interested in a new revenue stream that is guaranteed for 10 years? Agoro Carbon Alliance's national team of carbon farming experts can show you how by implementing simple practice changes like no-till, cover cropping, and grazing management. Contact your local on-the-ground Agoro Carbon agronomist by visiting agorocarbonalliance.com. Agoro Carbon Alliance offers farmers and ranchers across the U.S. a new revenue stream guaranteed for 10 years with upfront payments for simple practice changes like implementing no-till, cover crops, and grazing management, providing local on-the-ground agronomic support backed by a national team of carbon farming experts. Start your carbon cropping journey today at agorocarbonalliance.com.
All right, our last caller that I took was Sue, and I'm just going to put you on the air, Sue, because I know you don't mind. How you doing?
Oh, I'm great.
Good, good. Now, if you take this $25 gift card to Forget-Me-Not Shop in Sargent, is this going to be for someone, are you going to use it for your own gift or for someone, maybe your sweetheart?
I'll probably use it for myself. No reason to lie, right?
That's right, Sue. I love it. Yes, I can see why you would, because, boy, do they have a lot of good things going on there.
They do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jackie's great.
Yes.
So, Sue, I'm going to get a little music going here, and then I'm going to get your phone number. So hold on. Thanks for listening. We always appreciate it.
You bet.